Hello, folks. Welcome to the Club Passim virtual open mic this Tuesday, June. No idea. I think it's the 29th. Let's go with that. Thank you for being here and tuning in right now. We have got a great night of music for you. Let me tell you a little bit about Passim before we get started. Passim is a nonprofit organization. We've been running as a nonprofit now for 26 years, but the venue's been around in Harvard Square for over 60 years. Starting out as the Club 47 back in 1958. We are starting to get back opening up again. As a nonprofit these days, we host concerts virtually sometimes, getting to be more in the club. We have a school of music, which is going to be virtual through the summer. We do outreach programs. We have festivals like our Campfire Festival, our Down Home Up Here Bluegrass and Old Time Festival, and on 4th of July we're going to have our summer BCM Fest, the Boston Celtic Music Festival, so keep an eye out. That is going to be a hybrid model of both in the club and online. How do we do it? Tune in and find out, or buy a ticket and be in the room. You can do that now. If you go to passim.org, you'll see shows starting to populate our calendar, shows that are in person in the room. We're going to, like I said, be in the club for 4th of July for BCM Fest. We've got Grace Givert's coming up. We've got Sadie Gustafson Zook. We've got Terry Klein, Susan Cattaneo, and Jim Trick. We've got Steve Poltz, Corner House, lots of great shows coming up in the room, and you can join us. We are so happy to say that you can join us in the room. So we are also at the end of our fiscal year-end fundraising campaign called Passim Prepares. We've been preparing to reopen, and you folks are helping us do that. We're at a little over 95% of our goal right now. But if you go to passim.org/support, you can get a membership to Passim. You can make a donation and help us get the doors open to get you all in safely. We're so excited to have live music again, and we're excited to take you along with us. So you can also make a donation to the open mic here at passim.org/open mic. That helps with our operating costs here to keep this thing going. Even once we're back in the room, we're going to keep a virtual element to some events, including the open mic. And we're just thrilled to be here and presenting music. After we're done with the open mic tonight at 9 p.m., you can tune in at mvyradio.org to hear the Local Music Cafe. That is a show that I host every week with music from around New England, and you can listen in either on the radio, if you have a radio handy, but also online at mvyradio.org. And you can, so it happens live Tuesdays at 9 p.m. It rebroadcasts Sundays at 8 p.m. And you can always find it online at mvyradio.org. And what do you say we get to the open mic? Starting us off here, he's not blind. He's perhaps not a doctor, but he's Blind Dr. Bob. Blind Dr. Bob, hello there.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
What is behind you today? You always have such an interesting backdrop.
Behind me today is an artist's conception of the Higgs boson to go with my first song.
Of course.
This Sunday is July 4th, but it is also the 9th anniversary of the announcement of the discovery of the Higgs boson by the Large Hadron Collider at CERN in Geneva. So I have a song to commemorate that called the Higgs Boson Blues.
You're filling that niche like no one else can. Take it away, Blind Dr. Bob.
Okay. It was the 4th of July, 2012. It was the 4th of July, 2012. The people at the Hadron had something to tell. They said, we finally found it and it's bigger than we thought. They said, we finally found it and it's bigger than we thought. That old Higgs boson has finally been caught. On that same exact day, 958 years before. On that same exact day, 958 years ago. Down in old China, they were having a real big show. a new star in the sky. The Chinese stargazer saw a new star in the sky. But it tweren't a new star, 'twas an old star fixin' to die. It was the supernova that formed the Crab Nebulae. It was the supernova that formed the Crab Nebulae. Whole lots of Higgs bosons were flying round the sky. The hip Einie told it, E equals MC squared. The hip Einie told it, E equals MC squared. You gotta know how to use it or you better beware. We knew how M went to E, but where did that M come from? We knew how M went to E, but where did the M come from? That old Higgs boson told us how it was done. Dark energy is making our universe expand. Dark energy is making our universe expand. Will it ever stop or break like a rubber band? Lots of dark matter in this flat old universe. Lots of dark matter in this flat old universe. Higgs boson gonna explain it. You can put that in your purse. It was the 4th of July, 2012. It was the 4th of July, 2012. The Hadron had something to tell. The people at the Hadron had something to tell. Okay, my next song is going to be a little more traditional. Let me get a different backdrop for that. Hang on just a sec. Okay, there we go. This next song is my take on the Robert Johnson Crossroads myth. That's a story about Robert Johnson, who's up here, up here behind my shoulder, the story is that he went down to the crossroads and made a deal with the devil to be able to play guitar as good as he did. The other part of the legend is about how Robert died. He apparently was offered a bottle of whiskey with the seal already broken on it from the husband of a woman who he had made a pass at. And the bottle was poisoned, but Robert took it and drank it anyway, and the next day he was dead. And some people who subscribe to the legend say that that was actually the devil coming to collect his due on Robert. Went down to Rosedale, Mississippi, down to the plantation called Dockery. Went to where roads 1 and 8 do cross, hoping to meet that old evil genius. Beelzebub showed up there in a wow. I told him I wanted to play in Robert Johnson style. Lucifer said he would charm my old guitar, but my soul would be his to claim someday afar. Like an enchanted Robert J. Never used to be able to pick them strings that way. Mephistopheles also helped me with my voice. That's something else over which I can rejoice. Never know when the devil will come to collect his due, but one thing I can surely tell to you: any bottle I take from anyone tonight, gonna make damn sure that seal is still on tight. Thanks, folks.
It's Blind Dr. Bob. Good to see you again.
Nice to see you too.
I've just been watching the whole series that Martin Scorsese put together of the blues, like all the different movies that were compiled. That, you know, at first I was like, is this going to be a long form documentary? But no, it's individual movies that different directors put together about different performers. It's really interesting. Really, I'm a few in now. I think I'm 3 in of maybe 8 or 9. It's really interesting stuff.
Yeah, it's a great series.
Stuff. Yeah. All right, that's Blind Dr. Bob, everybody. Thanks for playing for us. Coming up now, we are going to hear from Bill Kretzer. Hello, Bill. How are you?
I'm good, Matt. How are you?
Doing well. Well, we will leave it to you here in your very shadowy little room.
Little studio, yeah.
The over your left shoulder, there's some dramatic shadows that are very exciting, and I'm just not sure.
Yeah.
Your other left. Well, take it away, Bill.
Okay. Several years ago, my wife and I were living in Ocean Springs, Mississippi. And there's this little bar there called the Wilbur, which is more of a speakeasy. They actually have a door that opens it. It's covered with books, so it looks like a bookcase. When you go in that back room, on the back wall is a picture of Al Capone. And the reason they did that is because Al Capone used to have a summer house in Ocean Springs, Mississippi. Apparently it was a great place for smuggling stuff in. So we were there on Halloween, and as we were sitting there enjoying an adult beverage, people started walking in, and they're mostly in their 20s. And the guys were all dressed as gangsters. The women were all dressed as flappers from the 20s. And this went on, just kept going on and on. And we were really enjoying the show. I got home, and as I was walking under the skylight in our house, I looked up and noticed the moon was shining through it. So the next day I ended up writing this song. It's called Moonlight on the Skylight. I was getting ready to leave and standing by the door. Then I looked and saw you gliding across the floor, and I knew that we would be lovers, acting like lovers from many, many years ago. And then moonlight on the skylight made me fall in love with you, fall in love with you, fall in love with you. The dress that you were wearing shimmered in the glow of a big silver moon that was shining through the trees, and I knew that we would be lovers, acting like lovers from many, many years ago. And then moonlight on the skylight made me fall in love with you, fall in love with you, fall in love with you. Everyone was staring, all eyes were fixed on you. Then you turned and smiled at me as if to say that you knew that we would be lovers, acting like lovers from many, many years ago. And then moonlight on the skylight made me fall in love with you, fall in love with you, fall in love with you. And then moonlight on the skylight made me fall in love with you, fall in love with you, fall in love with you. The next song I'm going to do, I wrote, I guess it was in January? Yeah. An old friend of mine, childhood friend, his 8-year-old grandson is battling cancer. And I wrote this song inspired by his story. And it goes out to him, and it also goes out to all the kids that are suffering from whatever illnesses they have, that they did nothing to deserve. None of us ever need that, but with a little kid, it's even more sad. So this one is called Little Man. Little man, you are strong, you can do this. I'll be here every step of the way. Clouds can take away the laughter in your eyes. Your smile's like a bright sunny day. How I wish I could hold you in my arms, take away your pain and keep you from all harm. We can walk on the seashore, build castles of sand, sit and watch the sunset or see a marching band. Little man, you are strong, you can do this. I'll be here every step of the way. Clouds can't take away the laughter in your eyes. Your smile's like a bright sunny day. A lifetime of memories are waiting, waiting to be shared, waiting to come true. I wish I could pick them like apples from a tree. I'd wrap them like presents for you, from me. You could fly away with me, up above the houses, above the trees. We could feel the wind on our wings. We'll feel it blowing and listen to it sing. Little man, you are strong, you can do this. I'll be here every step of the way. Clouds can't take away the laughter in your eyes. Your smile's like a bright sunny day. Little man, I'll be here every step of the way. Little man, your smile's like a bright sunny day.
Bill Kretzer, that was beautiful. Thank you so much for playing for us.
Thank you, Matt. Thanks for having me.
You
Really
bet. You
appreciate
bet. Good to see you again.
Okay.
That's Bill Kretzer, everyone. And coming up now, please welcome to our virtual stage, Emily Nicole. Now, hello, Emily.
Hi, Matt.
Now, you are a first-timer here for us, aren't you?
I actually am. Yeah.
Well. So, where are you tuned in from?
I'm based in Western Mass.
Excellent.
Actually, I used to live in the Boston area.
Oh,
I was
okay.
in a band there, so I know where Passim is. I've never been there, but very soon I'd love to visit.
Well, we're going to be reopened again.
Up.
Yeah, we're starting. We're starting. What was the band that you were in before?
It was actually a kirtan band.
I don't know what that is.
We did. It's like chanting. It's like yoga music.
All right.
If you're familiar, but
I'm not, but I should be. I feel like now I want to know more. Now I want to know.
So I'm a singer-songwriter, so I've been focused on my songs the past few years. I've been working with a music producer in Western Mass. He's very talented. I have an album coming out in late summer in August.
Excellent. Well, we're excited to hear you. And we'll flash your
Thanks
website.
for hosting, Matt.
Absolutely. We'll flash your website, EmilyNicoleMusic.com,
Thank you so
during
much.
your set. And take it away, Emily.
Great. So I'm going to be playing a song that's coming on my album. It's called Sunset. So I wrote it 2 years ago in the summer. And I was driving and I saw the most beautiful sunset and I had to get out, pulled over on the side of the road to just admire the sunset. I heard crickets singing, there was a misty haze, and I just had to write this song. What captures your attention, fascination carried by the sound? All I hear are crickets singing. I want to linger there a while. Misty haze as the sun sets, fantasy with whispers through, only extraordinary. It's like a breakthrough. Let go, let loose, let the sound take over you. Let go, let loose, let the sound take over you. Is it like we're swimming in the water? Oh, it's like we're carried by the sound. It's like we're swimming in the water. Oh, it's like we're carried by the sound. The moon lights up our path. It always shows the way. It emanates a light that we reflect. Let go, let loose, let the sound take over you. Let go, let loose, let the sound take over you. It's like we're swimming in the water. Oh, it's like we're carried by the sound. It's like we're swimming in the water. Oh, it's like we're carried by the sound. What captures your attention? Fascination carried by the sound. All I hear are crickets singing. I want to linger there a while. Misty haze as the sun sets. Fantasy whispers through, only extraordinary. It's like a breakthrough. So that song is coming on my album, which will be released in late August, so stay tuned. I have another song. It's a song called Closer, which I actually wrote just a few months before the pandemic started. And it's a song about the power and importance about face-to-face connection. With me a little while, I want to get closer. I know your name, I know your story. I want to get deeper. Your eyes captivate. Your voice resonates, and I hear you in the silence. I see you everywhere, and I hear you in the silence. I see you everywhere. What encapsulates a feeling, what encapsulates love. day in the same time. You see me, you see me. I see through to you now, boundary, face to face. Once you closer to me, I see through to you, no boundary. Once you closer to me, come stay with me a little longer. I want to feel your body. I want to hear your melody, and I hear you in the silence. I see you everywhere, and I hear you in the silence. I see you everywhere. What encapsulates a feeling, a feeling? What encapsulates love? In the same room, in the same space, I hear you on the same day, in the same time. You see me, you see me. Thank you so much. So that's going to be a single release actually very soon. So just after the album is released. Stay tuned for that. And check out my website. It's emilynicolemusic.com. I'm actually on all the music platforms as well. I have a bunch of singles that are released and an album coming very, very soon. And the title of my album, I have not announced it yet. I'm going to announce it right now. It's called The Ocean's Embrace. Thank you so much, Matt, for hosting.
There you have it, the exclusive information, The Ocean's Embrace. That Emily Nicole. Visit Emily Nicole Music for that new record coming out later on this summer. Thanks for playing for us, Emily.
Thank you so much, Matt.
You bet. Take care. Coming up next, we are going to move up to the North Shore of Massachusetts for some poetry with Joan Lange. Hello, Joan.
Hi, how you doing, Matt? Staying cool.
Well. Yeah, I know. You know, it's like I've got the air on. Usually I turn it off.
I appreciated that. It's very kind of you.
See, I'll turn it off so it's a little quieter, but now we suffer.
I'm so honored to be here, and I'm thrilled that I'm a part of this group because I have written poems and lived my life on a lot of these themes that are being presented. So I actually have a picture of the Orion's belt behind me.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
Anyway, for Bob. But anyway, and I've been a lifelong environmentalist and activist for human rights and equal rights, and I've written a lot of poetry and participated in a lot of open mics to raise money for people in need during COVID especially. And I've been a public speaker. I spoke for UNICEF, and I've done as much as I can to help people and change people's lives. And I have 2 poems, and one of them is about the times that we are in right now. We're sort of coming through COVID, and so much has changed, and we've lost and stuff, but we've gained so much. And the first poem is about a very special place where I do yoga in Qigong, and it's surrounded by trees. And I'd like to share my thoughts with you. And I do have 3 books that have out published as well. And there it is, Daffodils in the Dark, because we really had to shine through the darkness this past year. And I would love you to come to my website, and I have a Kindness is Cool Club. So I'm sharing the love with everyone. And here are my thoughts. The first one is Lilac Time. Lilac Time. Encircled by lilacs, their scent overwhelms me, leads me into a trance. Forget the past year. Isn't it glorious we are here? Dance. The ring of trees in every hue of lavender and white reminds me of what's right What's true? As I bathe my soul in scent and scene, I recall what a time it has been. Sweet irony that this place of peace and ephemeral blooms is surrounded by and founded on doom. On either side, war memorials reside for those who fought and won, and the countless lives lost. Accounting of a quieter cost lies among the roots. Beneath the petals so bright, each tree, it seems, made possible by memories of a dear one who is missed, whose cheek has not been kissed for quite some time. Dedications, time spent, full lives that went away, but in our hearts still stay. Here, the limbs share their wisdom with all who truly see. The most brilliant of the flowers bejewel fallen towers. Trace the bark and come to know the history. A crack, a snap during a storm, a wind that formed too quickly to foresee, and thwack! Half the tree fell sharply to the grass, yet gathered itself, paused to heal and reach out, perhaps, and then fortify its being. Send shoots of green to test. Would now be the time to stop and rest, and instead become what I should be, still uncertain, soaking in the soft warm rain that it knew would come again, retaining and releasing the fear, the sun and the breeze, and then gloriously blooming, but oh, so much more than before it began again to grow, determined, accepting, not dreaming or wishing it had not been so, quietly reciting, I am here for the fallen. I am here, though I have fallen. I am here to let you know. Virus, the year of clearer vision. As we saw them singing in Wuhan, we thought they were the only ones. This state Earth is in is like hate. It only takes place as we see ourselves as separate, as an other, not one. How could we predict this climate catastrophe, attempting to seal our fate? We didn't have to wait for Greta Thunberg and David Attenborough to say, this is a crisis. Wake up before it's too late. One earth, one sky, one ocean, not separate seas. We need to see that all water flows as one. Not one drop comes to us that we have not released. As we sing to each other from open windows and hunger for another to speak and miss the tiny little things, we realize this year a perfect vision that Mother Earth, without a mouth, to shout her truth, has spoken volumes with an economy of words. As we finally hear the birds sing and tend towards kindness, care for a friend who we may not even know yet, sit in our ownness, it is clear we are truly blessed. This is not a mess. This is our manifested destiny. Abruptly, like a mother turning on the light to wake her child for school, Mother Earth woke us up and said, rescue me, rescue me. Was it too much to ask that you throw away the plates and cups and toys you used at the beach today? Standing out from the crowd, Greta's fearlessness was born out of the fear of what we are experiencing now, here. Stand clear of yourselves. Instead of trying to mitigate, activate. With COVID, we now find ourselves growing our own food, reusing and appreciating everything that comes our way. nothing lost, and more found in what is around us. No longer needing one more thing. Gathering our dignity from kindness and being close to our families instead of constantly running and competing and consuming. Retreating from the status quo to keep us whole. Making an unsigned pact with earth and heart. Acknowledging the hurt. Actions speak louder than words. Through COVID-19, rebirth. If not now, tell me when. If not now, tell me when. We may never see this moment, place and time again. If not now, tell me when. So we'll work until it's done. Every daughter, every son, every soul that ever longed for something better. It will take a change of heart for this to mend. It will take a change of heart for this to mend. But miracles do happen every shining now and then. If not now, tell me when. Thank you.
That's Joan Lange with some poetry for you all. Go to poeticgazette.com for more information. Thank you, Joan. Thank you for coming and performing for us here tonight. Remember, after this open mic, you can tune in to mvyradio.org to hear the Local Music Cafe, which is a weekly show that I host on MVY Radio down on Martha's Vineyard. How do I do it? How do I get from here to Martha's Vineyard to host the show every week that fast? It's my private jet. Coming up next, we've got another first-timer here to the open mic. We have Casey Graham. Casey, welcome.
Hey, can you hear me okay?
We can hear you, yes,
Okay,
yes.
super.
So, Casey, where are you coming to us from?
I am coming to you from a town called Puyallup, Washington, outside Tacoma.
So, is it hot as hell?
Yeah, I'm from Texas originally, and
And even this is gross, right?
I left for a reason. Not that one necessarily, but it was one of them. Yeah.
I understood.
Yeah, it was 108 yesterday. And
Oh God! I mean, like we're getting into the high 90s here this week, and we've already had a 5-day stretch of 90-degree days earlier in June. But climate change isn't real, right? That's all. I mean, you can throw a snowball in Congress and it's fine. Everything's fine.
I'm trying to convince my wife to get us a heat pump because it's not a problem that's ever going to get better. So
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Well, Casey, how did you find out about Club Passim?
Well, I've been to Boston numerous times. I've never actually been to Passim. I've tried a couple times, just the schedule hasn't worked. And my wife
Well, we
and
didn't
I-
let you in. That's what it's like. Not you,
just-
Texas, sir.
My wife and I, we actually got married last year. Supposed to go on our honeymoon to Scotland, now going on 15 months. Didn't happen. Not going to happen this year either. So we decided to reschedule our sort of pseudo honeymoon to New England in September. So
Oh,
it was,
nice.
Just seeing what Passim happened to, if they had anything in September, and stumbled that y'all were doing this. I've done this with other places
Fantastic.
too.
Well, the September schedule is going to be online soon. We're going to have a show every single night of the week. So come on down and take it away, Casey Graham.
Okay, this is a new song that I've never played for anyone before, but that's the point of open mics, right? Oh, it'll be a long way home. This winding highway's gonna be all my own. This road is smiling at me. I smile back and see there's still 100 miles left for me. Big letters on the hillside, Montana, sky a mile wide, baby, we've been on this road before. Guessing old songs on the radio and new ones, we'd never know if we didn't have the road to learn for. The far side of the journey, such a welcome sight to see. But if someone will settle down today, no, it won't be me. Oh, but it'll be a long way home. This winding highway's gonna be all my own. This road is smiling at me, and I smile back and see there's still 100 miles left for me. With all the crossroads that we've been at, I will take my comfort in that home can always wait another day. So we're going fast without a care and going far, getting nowhere. I wouldn't have it any other way. Maybe all this wanderlust will fade away in time, but if a heart will settle down today, no, it won't be mine. Oh, and it'll be a long way home. This winding highway's gonna be on my own. This road is smiling at me, I smile back and see there's still 100 miles left for me. Someday we may head back home, if only just because. But if anyone will settle down today, no, it won't be us. Oh, but it'll be a long way home. This winding highway's gonna be all my own. This road is smiling at me, I smile back and see there's still 100 miles left for me. Oh, it'll be a long way home. This winding highway's gonna be all my own. This road is smiling at me, I smile back and know there's still 100 miles left to go. This long way home, long way. Okay, thank y'all. I'm gonna trade guitars because I don't want to be the guy that retunes his guitar into a different tuning in between songs. And we'll cross our fingers that the 85 degrees in this room didn't ruin it. Okay, that sounds okay. So this is a song that I wrote for my my wife as a wedding gift. Because I guess I'm cheap like that. I don't know. I'm currently working on the first album that I've ever done, all done in this room pretty much. This is the title track of that album, which in some century will hopefully get done. Well, I've been feeling free. Sure have been a lucky one for things I've never said or done. For just trying to be the man you make me wanna be. And we are on our way, 'cause we feel the need for mission to guide us like religion. And as the years go by, I pray the need will stay. And I may lose the shape I'm in, my mind may go the way of men, but come the end, for my part, may I not lose my bleeding heart. Well, you've been feeling small. Yeah, the world is too much for you when purpose just ignores you. And you ask me, are we the only thing that matters at all? And I say we are what we are. We are teardrops in the ocean, in a universe in motion. Every breath we take will one day form some distant star. You'll lose your steps along the way. Your chestnut hair will turn to gray, and come it may. For your part, may you not lose your bleeding heart. Let there be peace down in the valley, and justice on the plains. And baby, let our home be anywhere we dare to make a change. Someday we'll lose ourselves to dust. We'll lose the paths we plan for us, but come it must. But for our parts, may we not lose our bleeding hearts. Okay, thank you all so much for listening.
Casey, that was beautiful.
Thank you.
Casey Graham, well, I hope to get to meet you when you're in town over in September.
Yep,
All
will
right.
do.
Take care, Casey. That's Casey Graham, everybody. Make sure you keep an eye out. That was beautiful songs, beautiful songs. Well, coming up next, we are going to hear from Robert Bach. Robert is from a band called the Locksmith Band. Hello, Robert. You are muted right now, so we definitely cannot hear you.
Hi, how are you? Let's try that again.
Doing well. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm okay.
So, all right. So it's the band is the Locksmiths. It's just
Yes.
that the website is the Locksmiths Band. So
Correct.
the Locksmiths is the band. And where are you tuned in from?
I'm in Queens, New York.
Excellent.
Right now.
Excellent. And how
Also
did you?
very hot.
Yeah, I can imagine. And how did you find out about Club Passim?
I'm in a group of songwriter circles called Big City Folk. A lot of good songwriters there. Karen Dahlstrom, Niall Connolly. I know they play at
Yeah,
Club Passim a lot.
yeah.
Yeah. So
That's great. That's great. Well, we're happy to have you here. And what have you got for us tonight, Robert?
I got 2 songs for you. I'm going to take this off only because the echo. Actually, I think it might be okay. So the first song is based off of a word challenge song that we do in the Big City Folk Song Club. We bought a house situation's pretty weird. 2 centuries of maintenance, and the blueprints aren't quite clear. Still, we've gotta pay the mortgage, kick the dust and scrub the grout. We bought a house. It's got a yard. The last owners had no sense. Got a good deal on the property. Now we're gonna build a fence. Yeah, our neighbors help us build it. As we're showing them the door, we bought a house. Oh, America, the land of make-believe. The side you're standing on's the one you see. We bought a house. Yeah, the walls are paper thin. Your uncle down the hall says he could make them great again. But he's been talking trash since he brought the garbage in. We bought a house. Oh, America, I fear the state you're in. I'd like to tear you down and start again. We bought a house. Oh, America, the land of make-believe. The side you're standing on's the one you see. We bought a house. No, we never had a choice. Value of the property is paid for by your voice. So we sacrifice the maintenance to put fabric on the floor. And our comfort is the reason we don't fix things anymore. So I wonder why the hell we're living in this union for. We bought a house. We bought a house. We bought a house. That was the first song. And then this second one is, I'm going to take this off. The second song that I'm going to do is based off of a William Faulkner book called As I Lay Dying. That was on our first album that we put out. This one's called 10 More Miles. Mama died 8 days ago. Dragged her inside from the snow. A victim of the vicious cold. And the weight won't make me stronger. And the day is growing long. And the fire ain't gonna harm her. 10 more miles and still no peace of mind. Daddy says we gotta leave the county, so's to put her into the ground. Swearing, boys, now don't you never doubt me. Load the wagon, make no sound. And the good Lord took our mules at the river. Buzzards creeping close behind. And a stench so foul it'll make you shiver. And the weight won't make me stronger. And the day is growing long. And the fire ain't gonna harm her. 10 more miles and still no mine's a crooked case, a rat trapped in a maze. The only chance I'll have to take is set this barn ablaze. Yeah. And the pain is getting stronger, and the day is growing long. So the flames will have to calm her. 10 more miles to burn this piece, and the weight won't make me stronger, and the day is growing long, and the fire ain't gonna harm her. 10 more miles and still no piece of 10 more miles and still no piece of 10 more miles is 10 more miles with 10 more miles and still no peace of mind. Thank you.
That's Robert Bach from the Locksmiths.
Hi,
Sounded
sorry.
fantastic. Sounded great.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming and playing for us.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
You bet. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's Robert Bach. The Locksmiths is the band. Check out thelocksmithsband.com. Coming up now, we're going to have another first-timer. This is the great thing about these. Not a first-timer. Apparently, not a first-timer. Abby is here to correct me when I say there were just a couple of first-timers in a row, so I've gotten a rut, I think. But we've got Amanda Rose Riley here.
Hello.
Amanda.
Second timer.
Second time. Okay.
I was here a few months ago.
It's the closest to first time, so it's not that far from true, right?
Yeah.
Well, we're excited to have you back again. What have you got for us this evening?
Yeah, so I released an album on June 18th, and I'm going to play 2 songs from that. Now, I was told that I'm a little bit loud in this laptop, so I moved it further away, and hopefully that's good enough. Yeah, so my album is called The Fine Print, and this song is called Boulder. It was my attempt at writing an empowering kind of poppy song. I've had ups and I've had downs in my time. Moments on top of a mountain and moments down in the grime. And I've had days when a little push led to a dream come true. And months when I tried and I barely made it through. But I'm powerful, so I won't just take anything. For I was born to sound off, to sing. So I'll take all of my pain, put it in a song. And nobody's gonna tell me that it's wrong. 'Cause now that I've made my mind up, I'm dangerously strong. And I think I knew that all along. And as I grow, the gains get higher and the failures less. And I never feel regretful as long as I do my best. And I get people telling me how much my music means. And after years and years of trying, I'm finally who I wanna be. I'm powerful, so I won't just take anything. For I was born to sound off, to sing. So I'll take all of my pain, put it in a song. And nobody's gonna tell me that it's wrong. 'Cause now that I've made my mind up, I'm dangerously strong. By the way, it's really great to be here. I watched the last two people, and they were really good, so I was a little intimidated, but I just try not to think about those kinds of things. So this is more of a vulnerable song, I feel like, and I felt a little bit weird releasing it, like it sounded childish or something, but a lot of people actually said that they liked it. Oh, my website's on the screen. Yeah, you can find all of my music and information and stuff at amandaroseriley.com and social media links. Anyway, this song is called Have You Ever Slept with the Lights On? And it's not actually about being afraid of the dark. Okay. I've always wished I could ask you if you were ever afraid. And how old were you when the fear finally went away? It's been my steadiest friend, and though I try to defeat it every day, it's so hard for me to fall asleep, so afraid of what could go wrong tomorrow. Have you ever slept with the lights on? Do you get scared when you're all alone? Do you ever worry that something's wrong? Your safety net's gonna break soon. Have you ever slept with the lights on, lights on, lights on? But I get up every morning and I force myself to follow a dream. My stomach never settles and my heart struggles to break free. But with every word from my mouth and with every face I meet, I know these nerves are just excitement, a sign that shows just how much this all really means to me. Have you ever slept with the lights on? Do you get scared when you're all alone? Do you ever worry that something's wrong? Your safety net's gonna break soon. Have you ever slept with the lights on, lights on, lights on? Someday I'll do my best to help the next generation like you helped me. And maybe I'll never get my answer till one day my most promising protege asked me the same thing. Have you ever slept with the lights on? Do you get scared when you're all alone? Do you ever worry that something's wrong? Your safety net's gonna break soon. Have you ever slept with the lights on, lights on, lights on?
It's Amanda Rose Riley. Thank you for coming and playing for us again.
Thanks so much for having me. Hope to be
bet.
back soon.
You bet. Make sure you check out amandaroseriley.com for all information about upcoming music. All right, thank you. Coming up next, actually, I will put the tip out to the next two performers who ought to be here backstage, Wesley and Bella. If you are within earshot, come on into the stream because you're missing out. But coming in early now, we've got Ron Poitras. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Ron, is that correct?
It's close enough. The H is actually silent. It's Poitras.
Poitras. Ron
Yeah.
Poitras.
I'm coming from Raleigh, North Carolina.
Excellent. And how did you find out about Club Passim?
Songwriter circle in the Chapel Hill area that I've been a part of, and some others have been here.
Very
as well.
cool. Very cool. Well, we're happy to have you here. Take it away,
Thank you
Ron.
for having me. Thank you. Doing two songs from an album that I just finished recording at the Rubber Room in Chapel Hill, and the album is to be released sometime the end of July. This first one's called Heaven Knows. It's the shape of a teardrop, the color of the sea. You bought it on an impulse and brought it home to me. We placed it in the bedroom, on the dresser by our bed. A thoughtful way of facing fragile words we'd left unsaid. Shades of blue, hues of green, shards of gold in between. What it holds can't be seen. We don't know what it means. Only heaven knows what it means. Now could this be the bottle that pours the festive wine, or a chalice for communion to forgive your sins and mine? Perhaps a vase to hold the long-stemmed yellow rose. One thing is clear as crystal, only heaven knows. Shades of blue, hues of green, shards of gold in between. What it holds lies unseen. We don't know what it means. Only heaven knows what it means. Crafted with fire, molded with breath, formed with desire for life over death, are the desires that create us, the very fires that may break us. Shades of blue, hues of green, shards of gold in between. What it holds lies unseen. We don't know what it means. Only heaven knows what it means. This next song is the very first song on the album. The album is called First Breath. And this song is called Elusive Love. Feather in the open hand on a bright and breezy day. Butterfly on the shoulder set to up and fly away. Rainbow breaking through a cloud like magic after storms. Her eyes gazing into mine when I hold her in my arms. Evening sun sinking low into the ocean out of sight. Shooting star flashing by to vanish in the night. What we receive, we don't control. These are matters of the heart. Her eyes gazing into mine when I hold her in my arms. Fleeting beauty, elusive love. Take my breath away. You're here, then you're gone. How I long for you to stay. Long ago, love song plays, I'm 18 again. Candle flame dying low, sad to see evening end. What we receive, we lightly hold, or it will surely break our hearts. Her eyes gazing into mine when I hold her in my arms. Fleeting beauty, elusive love. Take my breath away. You're here, then you're gone. I will never beg you to stay. Passing breath, yearning sigh. What will be enough? Don't know when, where, how, or why. Fleeting beauty, elusive love. Vivid dream awakens you. How it ends you can't recall. In vain you try to sleep and make it turn out like you want. What we receive we don't control. We surrender our hearts. Her eyes gazing into mine when I hold her in my arms. Fleeting beauty, elusive love. Take my breath away. You're here, then you're gone. Love will always find its way. Love will always find its way. Elusive love, lead the way. Thank you for listening, everyone.
That's Ron Poitras. Thank you so much. Beautiful stuff.
Thank you, Matt. Good to meet you.
I'm glad you found us. Good to meet you as well.
Thank you.
All right, folks. Looks like it's going to be it for the open mic tonight. We had a couple of people not show up, and someone that is supposed to be playing later, but we can't play later if we don't have anyone to play before them. So if any of you want to sign up for the open mic in the future, make sure you get there early, because it might end before you're supposed to play. But thank you for being here at Open Mic. This is the last open mic of June. Next week is our first year anniversary of running the virtual open mic. Make sure you make a donation at passim.org/open mic. That helps us run these. And make sure you go to passim.org/support. Think about becoming a member of Passim. That's going to help us through our fiscal year-end fundraising campaign called Passim Prepares. We're getting back in the room again. We're going to do some open mics from the room It'll be exciting to have you in the room. But we'll also do some virtual ones as well to make sure that you can all stay in the fold here. And tune in at 9 p.m. in a half hour to mvyradio.org for the local music cafe, for a show that I host weekly, bringing you music from around New England. We're so grateful to have you here listening and watching right now. Take care, and we'll see you next week.